Hey guys, you know the case of Jennifer and Joseph Rosenbaum? The one where the little 2-year-old girl, Layla, was murdered by Jennifer Rosenbaum while her husband was a doormat who did nothing at all to protect little Layla and her older sister from being abused by his wife. They were quote unquote foster parents for 3.5 months of the two little girls who suffered broken bones and bruises. And the night that she killed little Layla, she evidently beat her so badly that Layla had internal injuries that caused her death. Well, Layla's little 4-year-old sister actually testified at their trial last week, and it really bothered me to think that the little girl, she's older now, of course, because the case happened a few years ago, but still, she's a little girl. It just really bothered me that she was subjected to that cross-examination where the defense lawyer was showing her photos of when she lived with her little sister at the Rosenbaum house. And I wondered, why on earth did the court allow that to happen? Why? Why on earth should this little girl be subjected to such trauma to have to sit there and answer questions about photos from when she lived with the monsters? And it's really bothered me because I think, what kind of world do we live in that we put the legal antics of a couple of monsters before the needs of a little girl who survived the abuse? But this is what I think now. After giving it some thought, this is what I think. Actually, that experience is probably good for the little girl because she sat right there and was able to see those photos and answer the questions. And she was able to march right out of that courtroom after she was done testifying. And then she was able to learn later that the monsters were sent to prison because of what they did to her and to her little sister. So even though it bothers me that she was subjected to that, in a way, if you think about it, just imagine how empowering that must be for her, because she was able to speak truths to the abuses she suffered and to the abuses her little sister suffered because of Jennifer and Joe Rosenbaum. So even though I just hate it that she had to go through that cross-examination, at the same time, I think it's actually a good thing. It's like she took back her power. She was able to stand up to the monsters in the safety of the courtroom. And I really think that it was because of her sweet little voice, standing up to the defense lawyer in front of the jury, that the Rosenbaums were convicted.